In the quiet corners of a town, forgotten by time, there lived a man named Elias Raynor, a name barely remembered, a face almost invisible to the world. He was always seen carrying an old wooden chair strapped gently to his back, its paint chipped, its legs uneven, and the seat worn smooth by years of use. No one ever asked, they whispered instead. They said he was crazy, that he lost someone and lost his mind with them. But what they didn't know, what no one knew, was the weight that chair truly carried. He walked through towns, villages, forests, even cities, always on foot, always with the chair. Sometimes he slept on benches, sometimes under trees, but he never let go of the chair, not even once. To others, it was just wood, but to Elias, it was a memory carved in silence. 30 years ago, Elias had a home, a wife named Laura, a daughter named Ivy. They lived modestly. He was a carpenter, she a school teacher. Life wasn't rich, but it was beautiful. Every morning, Ivy would sit in that wooden chair while Laura brushed her hair, sang soft lullabies, or told her stories about stars and wild horses and dreams that could come true. That chair stood in their tiny kitchen like a monument of love, always ready to catch a child's laughter or witness their small joys. It wasn't just a piece of furniture, it was a witness to a life full of meaning. But life, as it does, shifted. One rainy afternoon, Laura and Ivy were driving to the school recital Elias had carved a wooden violin for. They never made it. The brakes failed, the river took them. Elias never spoke much after that, never stepped back into his workshop. He just locked the door, took the chair, and left. Why did he carry it? No one asked him. But the truth was buried deep in his silence. He carried the chair because it was the last thing that held their laughter, the last thing they touched. And every time he sat it down and closed his eyes, he could hear Ivy's giggles echoing, could see Laura's hands combing through her hair, humming softly in the warmth of the morning sun. Years passed. Seasons changed. His beard grew white, but his walk remained steady. His back was crooked, not from age, but from grief that settled like frost on his spine. Once, a little boy in a village tugged at his coat and asked, "Mister, why do you carry that old chair?" Elias looked down, eyes heavy but kind. He knelt and said, "Because some things are too precious to leave behind." And that child remembered that moment for the rest of his life. As Elias wandered, he left behind small kindnesses. He fixed broken toys, helped old women cross the street, whispered words of wisdom to angry strangers. And in each town, someone remembered the man with the chair, not because of the burden he carried, but because of the peace he brought. He became a silent legend, a walking parable, a living poem. 30 years later, Elias's journey ended where it began, in the meadow behind the house that was once his. The house had been rebuilt, now owned by someone else, but the meadow remained. That evening, Elias unstrapped the chair and placed it gently beneath the old oak tree where Ivy once chased butterflies. He sat down for the last time, and as the sun set, people say they saw a faint shimmer in the air, like two silhouettes, a woman and a child, wrapping their arms around an old man. Elias never woke up, but he didn't die. He went home. The chair remained there under the oak tree, still weathered, still worn, but never empty. Because when you love with all your heart, even wood remembers. And sometimes it's not what you carry on your back that matters. It's what you carry in your soul.